Yo guys, my name is Rama Lama Drama, Ramsey, Rambo, Ram. I've heard it all, and welcome back to Thoughts with Rama. So last time we talked about how sometimes your feelings are irrational. Sometimes you just feel a certain way for no reason, and that thought-feeling cycle just starts from my first couple of videos. And sometimes these feelings that you may have may cause you to act a certain way. So now I want to confuse you just a little bit, and I want to explain to you why it is that sometimes your feelings aren't actually irrational. Suppose you just met someone and you don't know anything about them, and you're like, yo, I really don't like it. It's irrational, right? Why would you not like them? You literally just met. So because you don't like that person, you kind of start to treat them not very well. You start to treat them unfairly because you're like, yo, I don't like you, even though you really have no reason not to like them. So let me start by explaining to you how it works. So you have feelings and you have emotions, right? Your feelings are the stuff that reacts to your physical environment, and then the emotions are the things that you feel inside in reaction to your internals. Whenever you feel something in reaction to the environment, most of the time these feelings are going to be irrational. So the shallow thoughts that you might have, like for example, I don't like you, this girl, she's something about her, and all of those like irrational thoughts have no reason. Emotionally though, in response to your internals, there is actually a reason as to why it is that you don't like her. Maybe she reminds you of someone, maybe she has something that you don't have, something about her ticks something inside of you, which is why you start to have these feelings. You start to have these emotions inside of you which produce all these feelings. So I hope we're on the same page here, kind of, sort of, a little bit. You have feelings, which are going to be all these irrational thoughts, and then you have emotions, which is the actual reason as to why you feel a certain way. The thing is, it is so hard to figure out why you feel a certain way because you have all these feelings, because your feelings are telling you this is why you feel this way, but then deep down inside your emotions are trying to tell you something else. Your emotions are trying to say, no, this is not why you feel this way, there is another reason you feel this way. So it's really completely up to you to decide to dig deep inside yourself and find out why it is that you really do feel a certain way. But you have to keep in mind that there are different reasons for everyone. You can't say that just because I choose to act this way, the other person will act the same way for this same reason. So your emotions, the reason why you feel a certain way, the reason why you act a certain way, it's all subjective to you. It's not necessarily applied to everyone else. That's why everyone has their own subjectivity. Suppose you like going to the beach a lot, sitting by the sand, going swimming, or maybe, deep down, really good memories going to the beach. Maybe the beach reminds you of someone, or maybe the beach, it just brings you peace. It's not necessarily that you only like going to the beach, it's because they have all these things attached to the idea of going to the beach. I think a really good example of this is your intuition. When sometimes you just have a gut feeling about doing something. Something's about to happen and you just feel like this is gonna happen, or you just feel like this is the right thing to do, or you just feel that this is a bad thing to do. Well, I'll tell you why that happens. The way intuition works is that it's usually something inside of you that's trying to talk to you, that's trying to say no. And the thing is, it is irrational in the sense that you don't really know why your intuition is telling you this, but then it's rational. So deep down inside of you, there is something inside of you, your subconscious and everything that you've ever experienced is telling you, hey, there is a reason why you shouldn't do this, but because you can't figure it out, I'm gonna give you a feeling. Does that make sense? And if you decide to spend enough time exploring yourself and really connecting with yourself, it becomes easier to understand these reasons. It becomes easier to know why it is that you're doing certain things. Your intuition no longer becomes a feeling, it becomes a reason. All these shallow thoughts that you might have sometimes on a regular day, where you just have a bad day and like something bothers you in reaction to something physical happening around you, something really bothers you. If it's not the event that happens, it's the way that you react to the event that creates all these feelings, then is it possible that when someone, for example, chooses not to do something that you want them to do, that it's not really the thing itself that they're not doing, but it's something else that's making you upset as to why it is that they're not doing? Find your reason, find out what it is, and once you find your reason, it becomes much easier to deal with the situation as opposed to just doing things blindly. The idea behind this video is that sometimes you might feel a certain way in a reaction to your physical environment, but the actual reason as to why you're reacting this way is because of something that you're feeling inside. And once you can figure out that deeper reason as to why you feel a certain way, it becomes easier to tackle the issue as opposed to getting mad at someone for doing something that you don't want them to do, or for not doing something that you want them to do. You know what I mean? Because these small things really don't matter. Stay tuned for my next video. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit more. Thank you guys for coming to watch. Please like, subscribe, and share. Remember, I love you. Take care. Peace out. It's gonna be some mad things, yo.